People drink baking soda to alkalize the body and lower cancer risk because cancer cells grow better in an acidic environment. If cancer cells hate alkaline, then baking soda should neutralize acid. So baking soda should help. I will tell you the truth and everything that science knows about daily intake of baking soda. The whole story about baking soda is that in mouse studies, when they gave baking soda with water, the cancer invasion and metastasis was reduced. This is because cancer survives and spreads better in an acidic environment. Baking soda increased blood pH, made the cancer environment more alkaline, and reduced cancer spreading about 30% in mice. But the truth is that when this therapy was tested in humans, there was no such benefit. The dosage used in mice is equal to about 20 grams of baking soda for 70 kilogram adult human. For humans, this is such high dose that it causes severe metabolic alkalosis, electrolyte imbalance, and hypertension. So such high doses of baking soda is toxic for humans. In low doses, baking soda don't have any important effect on tumor pH environment. The human body has very strong ability to keep blood pH between 7.35 to 7.45. When you drink some baking soda, your body easily compensates and stabilizes the blood pH level. So, drinking baking soda in the common dose found in online sources is around 0.5 teaspoon diluted in water in the morning. Does not have any important effect on blood pH. But there are some real effects that intake of sodium bicarbonate, and is the name of baking soda, has on our body. And we will discuss these effects. Daily intake of 0.5 teaspoon diluted into water increases urine pH. It rises from 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 within a few hours. This is mostly number, not real benefits, because rising urine pH for a short period of time does not change blood health in normal people. It is only useful in special cases like uric acid kidney stones and some drug excretion protocols. Otherwise, it's not protective. This urine pH shift lasts around 3 hours. Intake of baking soda slightly increases blood bicarbonate by around 1 to 2 milliequivalent per liter. This change is minimal, tiny, and temporary, usually lasts around 3 hours, because kidneys excrete the extra bicarbonate very easily, and it is not enough to alkalize the body. Baking soda relieves heartburn instantly. Within the first minute you drink baking soda, sodium bicarbonate, it directly reacts with gastric acid and neutralizes it. From this reaction, salt, CO2, and water are created. This lowers the acidity of the stomach. Normal gastric pH is around 1 to 2. It is very acidic, and after baking soda intake, it can rise to 4 to 5. This acid relieves heartburn and reduces esophagus symptoms of heartburn. But this effect is short-lived. Stomach cells sense the drop of acidity and quickly produce more acid. This is called acid rebound. If you take it frequently, it creates problems. We need stomach acid to activate enzymes like pepsin. We need to kill harmful bacteria and to absorb minerals such as iron, calcium, and magnesium, and vitamin B. So for occasional heartburn, it is okay to intake baking soda with water, but it is not safe for chronic treatment or long-term intake. The second effect of baking soda is stomach expansion or distension. When you drink baking soda in water, many people notice belching, bloating, and abdominal pressure. It happens because after the acid is neutralized, the byproduct is carbon dioxide gas. This gas is not absorbed inside stomach, especially if a person eats a heavy meal, then it takes baking soda to neutralize acidity. There's a high risk of stomach distension and even stomach rupture. This is a very serious condition and complication of sodium bicarbonate intake, especially after large meals. It is not common, but when it happens, it is very serious and dangerous. On the other hand, belching, bloating, and abdominal distension and discomfort are very common after taking baking soda. The third effect is that baking soda in high doses can alkalize the blood. If you take about 0.5 teaspoon per day, it's around 2 or 3 grams, it will not change the body's pH importantly, because kidneys and lungs tightly regulate acid-base balance. But if you take more than teaspoons per day, it's around 15 grams for a long time, it can cause metabolic alkalosis, and this condition is serious. It can lead to confusion, dizziness, nausea, muscle twitching, cramping, tingling, and irritability. In some cases, it can even cause seizures and arrhythmias. The fourth effect of baking soda is that it can increase sodium retention in the blood and cause edema, swelling in the leg and hand, and hypertension. If you drink 0.5 teaspoon of soda daily, you already get 30% of your sodium requirement. So, people with high sodium levels should be careful when drinking it. People who must be especially careful are those with hypertension, chronic kidney disease, heart failure, and people over 60 years old. There's also some positive effects. For example, in people with chronic kidney disease and metabolic acidosis, oral bicarbonate can slow progression, correct acidosis, and protect kidney tissue. Actually, this is only settings where sodium bicarbonate has a strong evidence-based benefit for our body. Also, baking soda temporarily improves high-intensity performance in athletes because bicarbonate buffers lactic acid in blood. Now let's make everything clear. Intake of baking soda in the morning does not reduce cancer. It does not cure any disease. It can slightly improve heartburn temporarily and make urine more alkaline, but it does not cure anything. It is beneficial for uric acid stones. This can help dissolve existing uric stones and prevent new ones. But for this effect, doctors usually prescribe higher divided doses, for example 1 or 2 grams 3 or 4 times per day. The standard morning dosage is not enough. There is also a misconception that if you drink cola, your blood pH becomes acidic and baking soda can correct it. This is not true also. When you drink cola, phosphoric acid mixes with gastric acid in the stomach. It does not change blood pH. Here the role of baking soda is absent or minimal. If you still want to intake baking soda for subjective reasons or just for peace of mind, then about 0.5 teaspoon daily in the morning is most likely safe. But long-term studies on its safety are limited. In short term, up to 2 weeks, it is considered safe, but in long term, it is under question mark.